Esther from Skylark First Aid, and this is Rachael. Say hello. We thought it'd be a really good idea to do some first aid lessons for you all, being as you're off school at the moment. It's a perfect opportunity for you to learn some life-saving skills. You'll all be doing this in September because first aid is going to be taught in schools from September. So this is a great opportunity for you to get ahead of the game and learn it all already. Now we're going to put together 3 lessons. So this is the first one. It doesn't really matter what order you do them in, but it might make a bit more sense if you do follow them in number order. Now I need you to get a few bits and pieces for me before we start. So you're going to need a blanket or a jumper or a coat. This is just to cover your casualty up with. And it's really important to keep people who are poorly or sick or have been injured, keep them warm. This really helps them. So you'll need to get something to keep them warm. You'll also need a soft toy. So it can be any animal you like, the bigger the better. You'll see what we're going to do with them in a bit. And lastly, you'll need a person. So if you're sitting there with your brother or your sister, that's fine because you can use each other. But if you're on your own, you need to get an adult or somebody else who's in the house, drag them in to come and help you. So you might want to press pause while you go and find those things and come back again, ready to start. What we'll do is we'll show you what to do, and then we'll all join in together and all have a go, if that's all right with everybody. Okay, the first thing we're going to look at is how to get help if you're in an emergency situation. So if somebody's injured or they've had an accident or they're unwell and you need to get the ambulance to help you, what number do we ring?
999.
999, yeah, well done. Do you all know that? 999. You must only ring it though in an emergency. It has to be a real emergency for you to ring 999. So make sure you know where the phone's kept in your house and how to use it and how to ring 999. You also need to know your address because when you call 999, they'll ask you where you are. And if you're in your house, you'll need to tell them your address. Do you know our address?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, I won't ask you now, but make sure you know your address. So, this is your homework for this lesson. So, knowing 999 to call for an emergency and also find out your address and see if you can remember it. So, put it into your head and we'll get whoever you live with, your mum, your dad, to test you on it to make sure that you know your address. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. So, the first thing we're going to do is turn it round. We're doing something called Dr. ABC. So again, I want you to remember this, Dr. ABC. And we use these letters if we find somebody who seems to be asleep. So it doesn't look like they're waking up, so they're not very well. And we use Dr. ABC to remind us what to do with this person. Okay, so let's put it against the wall so you can see it between us. Okay, do you want to get your bear? I'm going to get my person, lie them on the floor. See, you can get your bear. So, or your teddy or your animal, whatever it is. So we have found this person lying on the floor. Okay, they're ill, they're not very well. What do we do? So let's start at the top. D is for danger. So we mustn't go up to this person if we're in any danger because we don't want to be hurt. So how can we check for danger? Yeah, have a look. Look round. Are you all doing this? Everybody join in. Check for danger. Are we safe to go up to this person? Yes. Let's go up to them. Next letter. Response R. How can we try and get this person to wake up? How can we wake them up? What can we do?
Shout at them.
Yeah, we can shout at them. So do you know the name? What's he called, the bear? Bob the bear. So we can shout, Bob, wake up. And we can also tap them on the front of the shoulders here, on their shoulders. So, wake up, hello. also say, are you all right? What's happened? Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Open your eyes. Can you talk to me?
Hello, please talk to me.
If they don't talk to you and they don't wake up, then they are unconscious. Yeah, they don't respond to you, they're unconscious. Now, it's at this point that we know this person is not very well. We need some help. We need somebody to help us. If you know there's somebody else in the house, we need to shout. All right, so in a minute, I'm going to be asking you to shout as loud as you can, help, help, help. So you might just want to let people know in the house that you are okay, that you're just practicing, okay? So after 3, we're going to shout for help. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Help! Help! I need some help! Help! There's an emergency! Help! Help! Hopefully somebody will come to help you. If there's nobody in the house and you know that it's just you and the person who's not very well, maybe a neighbour might hear you, but just shout for help as loud as you can. Now, the most important thing to find out is this person breathing or not? So we use the ABC part. And A stands for airway. Now we need to open that person's airway. So we want a clear passage from their nose and their mouth down to their lungs. All right, so what we do is we put one hand on their head. You do it to yourself to practice. Put one hand on your head and then your 2 fingers on your chin like this. Okay, that's it, and tilt your head back. That's what we're going to do. All right, this opens their airway. It creates a clear passage from their nose and mouth down to their lungs. Should we practice on your animal? So put one hand on their head and then your 2 fingers on their chin, right on the edge. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Tilt the head back. Good, well done. That's A, opening their airway. Now, we can check to see if this person or this animal is breathing. How can we do that? Yeah, that's it. We're going to get down close to them. We're going to listen. You might feel their breath on your cheek.
Or put your hand next to
You could put your hand there as well, yeah. And you look at their body to see if you can see their lungs going up and down. So we look, we listen, and we feel. Now we're going to do this for 10 seconds. So we're all going to count to 10 together. Okay, so, you ready? Hand on the head. We've got to open their airway first. Finger on the chin. Open their airway. Now hold that there. Are you ready? Get down close. Look at them. Listen and feel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. And you should feel breath on your cheek. You should see their chest going up and down in a regular pattern. So they keep breathing one after the other. And you might hear some quiet breathing as well. If they're breathing, that's great. And we're then going to put them into the recovery position, which we'll show you in a minute. Now, if they're not breathing, and you can't feel anything and you can't see their chest going up and down, we go on to C and we start CPR. Now we're not going to do that today, that's going to be the next one. So today we're going to say that everybody is breathing. Should we do this again then, from the beginning, all right? So we're going to do danger, response, airway. Are they breathing? And yes, they are breathing today, so we don't need to do CPR. So let's do it again on our teddy, and then we'll practice on each other. Okay, so how do we check for danger? See, checking for danger, everybody. Everybody do this? Okay, we're not in any danger. So next one, response. How did we get a response? Remember, tap them. Hello. Open your eyes. Can you hear me? I bet you are. Okay, they haven't responded, so they're unconscious. We need some help. What do we shout? Help! Can somebody help me? Help! There's an emergency! Help!
Emergency!
Brilliant. Okay, next bit. Open their airway. What do we do?
Put your
Hand on the head. Fingers on the chin. Open their airway. Now we can check for breathing. Get down close. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, they're breathing. I can see their chest going up and down. I can feel it on my face. Brilliant. Well done. Now, if you don't want to get that close to them to check for breathing, that's fine. What you can do is open their airway and stay up here and just look from here. You might want to put your hand there to feel instead. So you can do that if you don't want to get that close to them, that's fine.
You could just lie to the side and look
You could just look across, that's absolutely fine, well done. Should we have a go on each other then now? Right, move your bear out of the way then. Come and lie down then, Rachel, in front of me, on your back. If you find somebody, just shuffle that way a little bit. If you find somebody lying on their front, you need to try and roll them over if you can. You need them lying on the back. If you can't roll them over because they're too big, then you need to call that 999 and they'll come and help you. So, D, danger. Can't see any danger. Response, Rachel, are you okay? You're joining in. Have one of you have a go. Can you hear me? Open your eyes. Hello? Rachel, what's happened? She hasn't responded to me, so she's unconscious. So we'll do the next one. A. So hand on her head, fingers on the chin. Are you all doing this? Open their airway. Now we can check for breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rachel's breathing, thank goodness. Well done, that's really, really good. Okay, ready to swap over? My turn. Right, come and sit there. Are we ready? Are we swapped? Other person lying down? Okay, so D, check for danger.
There's no danger.
No danger. Right, response, try and wake them up.
Hello, Mummy! I'm awake! Talk to me, please! What's happened? What's happened?
Brilliant, they didn't respond, so they're unconscious. So what are you going to do? Shout for?
Help! 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 Emergency! Help me, please!
Good. Okay, airway. Hand on head. Fingers on chin. Open, tilt the head back. Now breathing. Look, listen and feel for breathing. Count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She's breathing.
I'm breathing, that's good, that's a relief.
Yeah.
Well done, everybody. So now we know that they're breathing, and you must call 999 now, or get somebody else to call 999. Now we're going to put somebody in the recovery position, and again we'll take it in turns doing this. This is because it's safer for them to be lying on their side while you wait for the ambulance to get here. That means they've got a nice clear airway from their nose and their mouth to their lungs. Because if they're sick and they're lying on their back, they're going to choke. Right, you lie down for me, please. I might turn around so your feet are that way. And there, that's better so everybody can see. I need you at a bit of an angle. Okay, so somebody's called 999. It might be you, it might be somebody else. I know the ambulance are on their way. And with a recovery position, you pull somebody towards you. So, watch me first and then we'll all have a go. The arm closest to you goes out to the side, like they're waving, okay? Out to the side. Then we're going to move the leg and the arm that are on the other side, the ones furthest away. So you bend the knee like this, and you hold on to the knee, and then this hand, you're going to hold hands with them. So you go palm to palm, holding hands like this, and then put the back of their hand against their face. Can you see that? And I'm holding a hand. So I've got one hand on the knee and one hand against her own hand by her face. Now, when you pull the knee, they'll come over. And this works with an adult, so if that person's a grown-up and they're much bigger than you, it will still work. So pull the knee and they'll come over. Now I can take my hand away from my head and I just need to bring a knee up at a right angle like that. That stops her falling all the way forwards onto her stomach. She wouldn't be able to breathe very well if she was face down. And then I'm going to do that open airway again. So hand on the head, fingers on the chin, and I tilt her head back like we did before in the Dr. ABC. Now, this is where your blanket comes in. Grab the blanket. It's important that I keep Rachael warm now. So I know the ambulance are coming. I'm going to stay next to her and I'm going to use my hand to check that she's still breathing. Okay? I might need to go and open the front door if the ambulance men come, but I need to stay with Rachael and keep all the time checking to see if she's breathing. She's still breathing. That's good. Well done. Okay, lie on your back again for me. Right, are you all ready to have a go? You stay there and then you can do me in a minute, okay? Lovely. So, one of you lie on the floor on your back and the other one kneel at the side. So what was first? The arm closest to you goes up to give a wave. Hello, brilliant. Now we move the arm and leg on the other side. So lift their knee, like that, hand on the knee. And you're going to hold hands with them. So hold the hand, bring it across to their face. Ready to turn them? Press on the knee. That's it, I can take my hand away now. Right, let's make her comfortable. So bring the knee up and then open the airway. Just grab our blankets. Stay there. And what do I keep checking for?
Airway.
Airway and?
Breathing.
Oh, they're still breathing. Yeah, fantastic. Well done. Brilliant. Should we swap over? Okay, your turn. You go that side.
Okay.
I'll stay that side. Doesn't matter which side you do it from, really. Okay, ready? My head might disappear off the screen, but never mind. Okay, what's first?
So you get the hand and then put it like it's waving.
Yeah. You all joining in?
I think they are.
Okay.
And then you get the
Knee next, yeah.
And then put it next to the other knee.
Yeah, and hold on to the knee.
Onto it, and then get your hand and hold hands with them.
Yeah.
And then put it on the side of their face.
Brilliant.
And then you
Press
pull
their
them
knee. Oh, brilliant.
and then they go and you
Yeah,
let
and then
them
bring the knee up.
Bring the knee up, kind of like they're running on
Yeah,
one knee. Or
and
here.
open their airway.
Hold it on their shoulder,
Yeah.
head, and then airway.
You gonna cover me up now?
Yeah.
Get your blankets.
You're a bit bigger, so I have to get
That's all right. Lovely. And then what do you keep checking?
breathing.
Brilliant for breathing. Yeah, that's fantastic. Well done. Great stuff. Excellent. Oh. Okay, so that's the recovery position. It's a good idea to practice that as often as you can, because if you don't practice it, you do tend to forget it. So, what have we learned today? Let's have a quick reminder. We learned that we ring 999 in an emergency for help, and they'll ask you what your address is, so you all need to go and find that out for me. And then we did our Dr. ABC. D is for danger. R is for response. A is for
Airway.
B, breathing. And then on the next lesson, we'll discuss what we do if they're not breathing, which is CPR. Today, they were all breathing, so we put them in the recovery position.
Are you doing it again?
No, we're not doing it again now. Well done, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed that. So on the next two lessons, we're going to do CPR and we'll look at choking and also bleeding as well. So we'll do some bandaging. If you've enjoyed that today, it'd be great to see you all having a go. So perhaps you could upload some photographs onto Facebook or Instagram. I'd love to see you all having a go at this, or some little video clips of you. And if you have enjoyed it, share it around, tell other people about it so that they can learn these life-saving skills. I am in the process of putting some adult courses together, so you can actually do these online if you're interested. Have a look at my social media for those. So that's all for this one. We'll see you in the second lesson where we're going to learn to do CPR. Well done, everybody. Bye. Bye.